Okay, so here's problem number 15, which is going to be asking you to solve a problem where you're given moles of a compound and you're trying to get to grams. So what number 15 says is how many grams are in 2.34 times 10 to the negative 4 moles of calcium phosphate, and it gives you that chemical formula. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is if it gives you a compound, you have to calculate the molecular weight of it first. So our compound is going to be Ca3PO4, PO3, 2. So let's find the molecular weight of that first. I have Ca, I have P, and I have O present in this compound. I see that I have 3 CAs, and then I have parentheses, and that a subscript outside that parentheses, which means I have to multiply this subscript against each element and the number of atoms that are present of each of those elements by 2. So I have 1 atom of P available. I have to multiply by 2, so 1 times 2 means that I have 2 P's. I also have 3 oxygens already, but I have 2 of those molecules present, so I have to say 2 times 3, and I determine that I have 6 oxygens present. Multiply, 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 and we're going to pull some numbers from the periodic table. Ca's atomic mass is 40.08. Phosphorus's atomic mass is going to be, I believe, 30.97. Let me look it up. Yep, 30.97. And oxygen's is 16.00. Let's multiply those numbers now. So we have 3 times 40.0, or 40.08, and that becomes 120.24. 2 times 30.97, and that becomes 61.94. And then I have 6 times 16, and that becomes 96.00. Now, add all those numbers up together. And when you add them all up together, you get 278.18 grams per mole. Now, that's finding the molecular mass. Now we have to convert from 2.34 times 10 to the negative 4 moles to grams. So I'm going to do this in a different color. I'm going to do this in blue. We're converting now, so the very first step that you must do is you must make your T-chart. I've been given 2.34, or 2.3 times 10 to the negative 4. I'm going to go ahead and convert that into a number. So 2.3 times 10 to the negative 4. When we see a negative exponent, we know that that means that the number is going to be smaller than 1. So I know I'm going to have a decimal number. So that means that I'm going to have to move this decimal to the left so I can keep a decimal number. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means I have 0.00023 as my actual number. Okay? So I'm going to say I have 0.00023 moles of calcium phosphate, which is Ca3PO32. Sorry if it's all kind of getting like blended down there, but it's Ca3PO32. It's just the compound that you've been using in your problem this whole time. I know that if I have this unit here, that my next unit has to go down here so that they'll eventually cancel out. So I'll say moles of Ca3PO32. And I know from the problem that I'm trying to get to grams. So I'm going to say grams of Ca3PO32. We know that 1 always goes with the moles. And then we're going to fill in this grams number from the grams that we calculated up here. So we're just going to literally drop it down there. So it'll be 278.18. We always multiply numbers across the top and divide them across the bottom. But first, we have to cancel out our units. So we're going to look for the units that are the same on the top and the bottom. And that's going to be moles. So I'm going to cross those out right quick, all together. And then I'm just going to punch in my calculator 0.0023, and I'm going to multiply that by 278.18. So 0.00023 times 278.18 is equal to 0.0 And I'm just taking those 2 decimal places after, or 2 places after the decimal. This is what you should see in your calculator. So I'm going to say 0.06, and then I'm just going to end it by giving the unit of grams per CeA3PO3 2. And I'm going to box it in, and you're done.